এই যে উনি কথা বলছেন আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি না।
রিজয়েন করলে হয়নি।
Can you try rejoining? Leave the session and join back again.
কালকে তো ঠিকঠাক করছিল না?
কালকে ঠিক হচ্ছে।
ওই লিঙ্কই তো শুধু ডেটটা।
না, লিংকের জন্য না, ও আমার কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছে, আমি ওর কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছি না।
ওটা হয়
ওর হয়তো অডিওর কোনো
নেটওয়ার্কের
ইস্যু।
ইস্যু।
হ্যাঁ, নেটওয়ার্কের ইস্যু। তিনজন কোথায় গেল?
এই তো গ্রুপে লিখে দিয়েছিলাম, জানি না এরা কেন নিজেরাই ওকে লিখে দিল।
No, I still can't hear. What is happening? আচ্ছা, let me. Switch off my video. Will that help? No, I can't hear you. ठीक है, विल बाद में देखेंगे इसको। फिलहाल आप मेरी आवाज सुन रही हो, राइट? अच्छा, और कल का मैंने रिकॉर्डिंग अपलोड कर दिया था, आपके पास मैसेज आया होगा। आप वहां पे चैट पे टाइप कर सकती हैं एज अ रिस्पॉन्स, सो दैट इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस। हाँ, अभी आवाज आ रहा है। आई थिंक इट इज कनेक्टेड टू द टीवी office, so the voice was going to the television.
Okay.
So I was also surprised. What happened? Okay. So you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So today we will see something called as conditional formatting. Okay.
Yeah.
There are other people in the class. They haven't yet come. Oh, they are just coming. So I'll just do this with you. Come. গরমে ফ্যানটা লাগবে কি? একটু settle down করো, ওনাকে একটু conditional formatting। So here, this is from the same Excel file that I shared with you yesterday.
Yes.
This is the conditional formatting. So conditional formatting is that based on certain condition, it will do the formatting. Formatting can be coloring of the text, coloring of the cell, cell borders, and all things relating to formatting. Okay. So let's say first one is highlight sales if it is less than 18,000. So If sales is less than 18,000, that means I will select this, go to conditional formatting here at the top, cell rules, less than, how much? Less than 18,000. So I'll type 18,000. Ha.
हेलो
Yes.
हाँ बोलिए अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है yes
Okay. So here what did I do? I selected this, went to conditional formatting
yes
and highlight cell rules less than, and I type 18,000. Then I can choose what type of coloring I want. Maybe red, maybe green, maybe yellow or light red, red text, whatever I want, I can choose. Now this was less than 18,000. If I tried the opposite, highlight cell rules greater than. So it can be greater than 18,000. I can say, I can say green color. Now 18 के ऊपर, 18 के नीचे और 18 से ऊपर. Now it is leaving 18,000. So what I can do is I can include this in any one of the conditions. So I'll say manage rules. Either greater than or less than, one of them I can keep. Any one, I will do edit. Instead of less than, I will say less than or equal to.
equal to will be also be
हाँ. So फिर दोनों आ जाएंगे. Now this is not static. So if 27 becomes 27,000, so this will become green.
okay
Similarly here, next one is highlight country, name India. That means this is the text. Text India. आप जरा म्यूट कर देगी. हाँ. So then if you have any questions, you can unmute and ask. So this one, I said highlight country name India blue color. So that means I have to highlight this. Conditional formatting, manage rules. I want this in blue color. So this one, I can say format, I want it.
No,
So here I can make this color blue. Okay. So here then the color will become blue. If I want anything else, like border, maybe I want the borders also. Fill means inside color will be blue. Okay. So if the font maybe I want in white, I can choose font in white.
Speak one.
So this color changes.
1, 2.
Okay. Similarly, in this case, I can select this and I will say highlight production if it is equal to target. Target is this one, 26. So I will say highlight cell rules equal to what? Equal to 26. So I give the cell reference. Okay. So this is now highlighted 26. Now instead of 26, I make it 23. So this will change to 20. Okay, so this is 23, 26. If I change this to 21, value will change. This will get highlighted because it is equal to the value in the cell. Okay. I think now you can do these ones, which are like value is less than target, which is finance word is green in color, highlight sales if it is greater than 18,000. And then if I have certain values here, let's say I want this sales, let me copy this. I want this to be like a graph, this 24,000. I want this to be graph. So I will say conditional formatting, there is data bar. I will choose this data bar. So it will become like a graph here. Now here the number 24,000 and graph, both are showing. So what I can do, I can select this. Conditional formatting, manage rules, edit the rule, show bar only. So when I do show bar only, then my number will not be displayed, only the bar will be displayed here. ठीक है ना? और ऐसा भी हो सकता है मुझे नंबर भी चाहिए और ग्राफ भी चाहिए. Then what I will do? This one inside is showing 24,000. This one is showing 16,000. So I will say equal to and this value. So that will pick up the values that I have here. So if I change something here, let's say I make this 6,000, my graph will change and the value will also change. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So this helps to give the like a dashboard, like a summary, how much progress, how much sales, how much target has been achieved. Now, just like this, I have another option also. I can pick this and I want to show which days I have maximum sale. So in that case, using this number, I can do a color scale. Color scale shows like this. So that means highest is green, lowest is red. And what is the meaning of the colors? If you want to find out, you can go to conditional formatting, manage rules.
Darkest color is the highest and the lightest.
Yes, see, here it is showing you like this. It is in percentile. If I go by number, then maybe midpoint I will give 1624. Maybe 15,000 is yellow. And lowest value is red in color. Highest value is maybe this one I'll make 6,000. So this becomes red. 7,000 is little bit. So gradually it goes up. Okay. So where can we find the meaning of conditional formatting? Under manage rules. And here I come here and say how I want the color coding to happen. Clear?
Okay.
Another thing I can do with this is, this is called as icon set. Based on my sales, I can give some signals like this, or icons they are called. I want a green flag, or like red, blue, yellow, green, like this. Here also, if I want to hide it, I will go to manage rules, edit rule, and then I will say show icon only. So it will only show me the red, blue, yellow, green circles. If I want the value to show here, I will just say equal to and drag this. Okay. All right. Any questions from this
Okay,
class?
okay.
No questions.
Can I
Yes.
can I use can I share my screen?
Yes, please share.
Sir,
Yes.
can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Conditional formatting. Okay. In conditional formatting, this was the grade. So
It was already there or you did it just now?
no, not. पहले से था ये.
अच्छा, पहले से था. ठीक है. तो आप एक काम कीजिए, ये कंडीशनल नहीं, वैसा डिलीट मत कीजिए. कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग में जाइए ऊपर. हाँ, यहाँ पे नीचे देखिए क्लियर रूल्स है.
Yes.
फ्रॉम एंटायर शीट. एक साथ सब निकल जाएगा. अच्छा, कल का रिकॉर्डिंग YouTube में अपलोड हो गया है. आपको मिला है?
नहीं सर.
वो जैसे वो एडवांस एक्सेल वाला मैंने जो YouTube दिखाया ना आपको, वहां पे आता है.
अभी मैसेज आ रहा है.
अच्छा, ठीक है, ठीक है. हाँ, उसमें कल ही मैंने अपलोड कर दिया था. ठीक है, कोई बात.
इसको मैं ये पूरे सेल को मैं सिलेक्ट करती हूँ.
हाँ हाँ.
ओके.
नहीं, ये आप ना क्लिक करके मत ड्रैग कीजिए. कंट्रोल Z कीजिए, वो पूरा कॉपी हो जाएगा. कंट्रोल Z, कंट्रोल Z. आप उस पे शिफ्ट और फिर शिफ्ट नहीं, कंट्रोल Y कीजिए. फिर से कंट्रोल Y कीजिए. अब पहला और लास्ट में शिफ्ट दबा के क्लिक कीजिए. हाँ, अभी कीजिए.
अब मैं इसको कैसे कर सकता?
हाँ, ऊपर कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग में जाइए. अगर डेटा बार चाहिए तो डेटा बार पे जाइए और चूज द स्टाइल. जो कलर आपको पसंद आए वो वाला कर लीजिए. अलग अलग कलर्स है वहां पे. ठीक है.
और इसको इंटर मैं कर दूं.
हाँ,
टोटल. सर ये क्यों आ रहा है ये?
कौन सा?
यहाँ.
हाँ, यहाँ पे तो ब्लैंक है ये.
इसको करूं फिर?
हाँ, कीजिए.
ठीक है.
कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग.
कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग में जाना है.
हाँ.
फिर इसको अगर चेक करना है
कलर स्केल.
कलर स्केल. हाँ,
हाँ.
कलर स्केल में तो कलर स्केल में जाके ऐसे कर. अगर किसी एक सेल का कलर स्केल मिनिमम मैक्सिमम करके जो आपने बताया था,
वो भी ऊपर जाइए. ऊपर
कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग में.
हाँ, कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग, मैनेज रूल्स. क्लिक कीजिए, हाँ नीचे है मैनेज रूल्स।
मैनेजर, इसमें क्या करना है सर?
इसमें आपको वहां पे एडिट रूल,
यस, एडिट रूल।
और फिर वहां पे आपको दिखेगा कि मिनिमम कितना है, मैक्सिमम कितना है।
ओ, हाईएस्ट क्या करना है? तो
हाँ।
मान लीजिए कि इसमें आपको कलर सेलेक्ट करना है कि जिसको मैं कलर कलर सेलेक्ट करूंगी। अच्छा, ठीक है, इसको अपने हिसाब से इसको सिलेक्ट कर लेना है।
हाँ हाँ, ऊपर नीचे कर सकती है, परसेंट कर सकती है, नंबर कर सकती है, परसेंटाइल कर सकती है।
परसेंटाइल सर इसका कैसे निकलेगा?
वो वहां से वो लोग अपने आप हिसाब कर देते हैं, वो हाईएस्ट और लोएस्ट का करके हर 100 वाइज परसेंटेज करके वो निकाल देता है। ठीक है।
ठीक है।
अच्छा, ये बाद में भी कर लीजिएगा, तो अगर कोई सवाल हो तो यू कैन आस्क। ठीक है।
नो सर।
ठीक है, मैं आज एक दूसरा टॉपिक में जाता हूं। First topic that we are going to do now is called data validation. What is data validation? Data validation means it is validating the data that is being entered by the user. Now, a lot of times what happens, we send a Excel file to the users. Like suppose you are in a company, they will send you a file, fill this up, or they will tell you ticket, if you are having tickets and all that, so support. So you will say which ticket, from what date, how much time did it take to close it, what was the resolution, is it closed, pending, and all that, like a status tracker kind of thing. So here also we can do something like that. Now there are two ways in which you can do data validation. One is before you send the file, you put some rules before you send it. Another option is after you receive the file, then you put some rules. Okay. So let's see first, if we don't put the rule, what happens? Okay. Let's say I have an Excel sheet like this where I have name, I have city, I have state, I have status, I have as a pin code, I have mobile number. Simple sheet where I'm asking users to fill up some data. Now here what will happen? Let's say somebody will write the name like this. Somebody will write Kolkata like this. Somebody will write like this, status open, pin code 7000068. मोबाइल नंबर 9830098300. ठीक है, this is okay so far. Now see what variations will happen. Next person, he writes Bikash, he will say Kolkata, and he will say West Bengal. Status is, he will write OP to indicate open. He will write 60 instead of, he will say 31. Then he will say 919830098300. This sort of thing happens when you send an Excel sheet to users. They will keep typing like this. Then Ajay, he will say CCU, because you haven't told him what to write in city. Correct. So he will say Bengal. He'll say closed. Then he will say 700042. Then you will say 9831098310. So what will happen when I do a filtering, my data filter will be messed up. What is the way out? So what we can do here is we can put certain values there. Okay, how do we put the values? For example, in these cells, I can select this. I will go to data tab here and data validation, and I will say list, and I'll put the source. Like this is city. So if I want just certain cities, I'll say Kolkata, Chennai.
Yes, sir. क्योंकि बहुत सारा ऐसा मैं फॉर्म वगैरह रहता है जिसमें ऑलरेडी लिखा हुआ रहता है,
हाँ हाँ
तो वही सोर्स उसमें लिख के पुट किया रहता है
हाँ।
input में से, और देन हम लोग सेलेक्ट करते हैं कि चेन्नई है
करेक्ट
या कोलकाता है।
करेक्ट करेक्ट, मुंबई, हाँ मुंबई फिर न्यू दिल्ली। तो इसमें क्या आएगा फिर, this will get, I can't choose anything else, correct? If I try to write anything, let's say coal, it will not accept. ये जो मैसेज आ रहा है ये थोड़ा मैसेज क्रिप्टिक है, यूजर्स विल नॉट अंडरस्टैंड. So what you can do is you can put some message here. You can go to data validation. There is an input message and an error message. Error alert, you can say incorrect value entered. Value and
ये भी हम लोग डाल सकते हैं
हाँ 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 हाँ,
एरर अलर्ट में हमको क्या बोलना है उसको,
आपका एरर मैसेज डाल सकती है, is incorrect, choose value from, अगर 3-4 ही है तो यहाँ पे लिख दीजिए फ्रॉम कोलकाता, चेन्नई, मुंबई, न्यू दिल्ली. ओके, अब देखिए अगर मैं इसको कोल लिखना चाहता हूं तो ये अगर कोई यूजर पढ़ेगा तो उसको पता चल जाएगा कि व्हाट इज द इशू, करेक्ट? He can make out, it is more user friendly, correct? Now this one you will say is giving the message after he makes an incorrect data. Now it would be good if we can tell him before. So for that what we can do is we will go here, go to data validation, pick up the same message, go to input message. Here we will put an explanatory message. Choose value from, which is more positive. Okay. Enter value from the list. Say okay. Now what will happen? Moment if I am anywhere else, message will not come. When I click on the cell, the message will display. So we are trying to explain to him. Hey, bhai, don't make a mistake, read. Even then probably some people, but at least number of people will come down. Now here you already have some incorrect data. Like I told you, you can do this after receiving the Excel also, because people would have used different types of spelling. Kolkata, Mumbai, Bombay, Chennai, Madras, people use all this. So what you can do here is, you can also go here, there is a small arrow, and say circle invalid data. That means any data which is not matching with the values in your list, those are red in color. Got it? So then what you can do, you can come here and choose the right one. Okay. Now in office and all, or sometimes what happens when you receive a file, somebody intentionally or just to make some fun, just like you guys know how to do data validation, they also know that you can go here and you can mess around with the data. You can change this, right? Instead of Kolkata, if you make this as Kolkata, it will accept, right? Now to overcome this, what you can do is, you can have another sheet here. You can call this as master sheet. Master or master, call it whatever you want. You can say city, state, maybe product, category, whatever. Okay, whatever you want. So let's say I put here Chennai. Oh, I had a list of cities from yesterday. Where is that? So if I copy this and I'll put it over here. So this is my full list of cities, let's say. I have a long list. Then what I can do, I can come here and in this, let's say another one I will add here. City list. And I will select this, go to data validation list. Here, the source I will put as those values from the master. So I'll choose these values here. Okay.
Nobody will change this now.
Now to prevent that, what you can do is you can right click and protect the sheet.
Hide.
You can lock it. So ABC, I'm putting the password ABC. So now see, when I look at this list, I can see all this. If someone by mistake or intentionally wants to mess around, they try to type, they can't. They can't make any changes here. Understood? Now you can also hide this. We know how to hide it. But there will be people who know how to unhide. So they will immediately go and unhide it. But then if you lock it, nobody can do anything. See, they can't even change anything. So this list, usually we put it for all our static values. That is the best way to do this. Understood? I'll repeat one more time. What did we do? We had a separate sheet. Call it whatever you want. Master, list, product list, whatever you want. Unprotect the sheet. Password is ABC. So it's not protected. State, I'll say Assam. Oops. Assam. Bihar. So I can have a list for states also. I can have as many lists as I want. No issues with that. So this is done. Then what I will do, in the state, I will go here. I can do it on an existing one also. Any value, I'll say list, source, come here, choose the states. And if I want an error alert, I can put an error alert also here. Say okay. Now anything which is not matching will be highlighted. Clear? Okay. Same thing we can do with status also. We can have a list there and you can have a drop down here. Then pin code. What type of validation can we put for a pin code?
Number of number.
Number of numbers we can put, or we can say whole number, and then we can put a minimum and maximum. Suppose I want pin code of all India numbers. Then I can put 1000001 till 9999999. Everything within that will be accepted. Anything outside that range is not acceptable.
Okay, yes.
That is one way. You can choose other ways also. If you think there is a limited list, greater than, less than, you can do that also. Let's say greater than 7,000, 700,000. So that means 7, 8, 9, all those numbers will be accommodated. Got it? Then what about mobile? What can we do with mobile? What kind of validation can we put?
Whole number.
Whole number, we can give range. Another way we can do text length. So equal to, we can say 10. That means it will accept 10 characters. Problem with the length is it will accept A, B, C, D also.
वो बता नहीं सकते डिजिट
नहीं, फिर डिजिट करने के लिए you will have to say whole number. And then whole number का length नहीं होता है. So then you have to give between. So between, अगर अभी तो 10 से भी शुरू होता है numbers ना, 172 ये वगैरह वो उन लोगों का जो number होता है. So 10,000, 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From this to maximum all 10.
Okay.
Anything outside the range will be highlighted. Understood?
Yes, sir.
তুমি যদি ক্লাস 9-1টাও অ্যাড করতে চাই সেক্ষেত্রে
হ্যাঁ।
ক্লাসটা তো
হ্যাঁ, এবার ওইটাকে আমাকে ফরম্যাটিং দিয়ে করতে হবে, মানে তখন এইটা इनका सवाल है कि if I put +91 how will I do it? One way is you can put a custom here, you can put a +91 like this. Then what will happen, whatever you will type, it will start with plus. But that depends on what you need actually, so based on that. You want to try it? Try.
We have this sheet, sir.
This is free. Yeah, this is like I just typed it. So you can
Okay.
type it based on your need. There is no specific sheet for this. On a new sheet, you do this.
Summary sheet.
Huh.
No.
Or new sheet, do a new sheet. Insert sheet. সমস্যা আছে? ও, ওখানেই থাকবে তো।
Sir, I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah.
सर ये इंसर्ट भी मैं गई हूँ जिसमें टेबल दिख रहा था शीट में दिख रहा था.
हाँ, यहाँ पे एक काम कीजिए, ये लास्ट में देखिए, ये प्लस साइन है ना, फॉर्मूला मैक्स मिन एवरेज, हाँ प्लस पे क्लिक करो.
सर
हाँ जी,
ये सर मेरा दिख रहा है ये आप,
हाँ
तो जो मैंने लिखा, तो इसको अगर मुझे सिलेक्ट करना होगा तो आप कैसे इसको?
हाँ, तो शीट 1 में जाइए, बाजू वाला जो शीट 1 है आपके इधर,
शीट 1 भी तो खाली है।
हाँ वहां पे जाइए पहले।
शीट 1 में?
हाँ हाँ, यहाँ पे जाके ये सिटी लिखी है ऊपर।
कैसा?
हाँ, वहां पे A1 में सिटी लिखी है, सिटी।
हाँ, वो मैंने शीट 2 में लिखा था ना सर।
हाँ
ये
नहीं,
मैंने नहीं लिखा है।
हाँ ये तो लिस्ट चाहिए ना मुझे उधर,
हाँ
तो वहां पे जाके करना पड़ेगा। एक मिनट, शीट 1 पे जाइए। हाँ, यहाँ पे लिखिए सिटी। हाँ, अब क्या कीजिए, एंटर मारिए। हाँ, ये 2 to 15 तक, नहीं 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 नहीं, अब शीट 1 में पहले जाइए, 2 नंबर रो से 15 तक सिलेक्ट कीजिए, शिफ्ट दबा के 15 नंबर रो पे क्लिक कर दीजिए। हाँ, अब डेटा वैलिडेशन में जाइए, डेटा वैलिडेशन।
डेटा वैलिडेशन।
यहाँ पे डेटा में जाइए, डेटा वाले टैब पे। हाँ, बीचों बीच देखिए डेटा वैलिडेशन करके है, टेक्स्ट टू कॉलम के बाजू में। हाँ, वहां पे एरो पे क्लिक कीजिए, छोटा सा एरो है ना। हाँ, फिर डेटा वैलिडेशन पे क्लिक कीजिए। हाँ हाँ, आया, तो वहां पे लिस्ट कर दीजिए सोर्स। और फिर नीचे जो सोर्स का जगह है वहां पे साइड में जो आइकॉन है उस पे क्लिक करके शीट 2 से जो नाम डालिए ना, वो सिलेक्ट कर लीजिए शीट का।
सबकी आवाज नहीं आ रही थी।
हाँ, आया।
हाँ अब भी आया।
अभी सिटी A2 पे क्लिक कीजिए, लिस्ट आ रहा है वहां पे।
ए A2 पे? हाँ,
तो अभी
लेकिन ये मैंने डाटा वैलिडेशन में मैं गई ना।
हाँ, डेटा वैलिडेशन। हाँ, फिर वहां पे, अच्छा मैं दिखा रहा हूँ फिर से आपको, क्योंकि मुझे वो दूसरा वाला स्क्रीन आपका नजर नहीं आ रहा है।
ये स्क्रीन नजर नहीं आ रहा?
नहीं, छोटा वाला मैं दिखाता हूँ यहाँ से, तो आप ये देख के कीजिए।
तो आप शेयरिंग में करूँ?
नहीं नहीं, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, वो एक्चुअली वो एक स्क्रीन एट ए टाइम ही शेयर होगा। तो मैं एक, হয়ে গেছে?
হ্যাঁ, নাম্বারটা পাচ্ছি না।
কেন?
নাম্বারটা ম্যাক্সিমাম মিনিমাম।
हाँ, ये बिटवीन আছে। तो यहाँ पे ये पहले सिलेक्ट कर लीजिए, फिर डेटा वैलिडेशन, अलाउ लिस्ट, अलाउ यहाँ से लिस्ट, और फिर सोर्स जो है, सोर्स पे ये वाला क्लिक कीजिए। फिर आपके उधर शीट 2 में जाके जो सिटी का, हाँ सिटी का जो नाम है वो वाला सिलेक्ट कर लीजिए।
मेरा चीज दिख रहा है सर?
हाँ एक मिनट, हाँ दिख रहा है।
अब मैं इसमें डाटा वैलिडेशन में जाती हूँ,
हाँ
फिर अलाउ अलाउ में जाके मैं होल
लिस्ट,
लिस्ट 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 में सोर्स कहाँ से लूँ?
सोर्सेस शीट 2 वाला जो आपने सिटी का नाम डाली है ना हाथ से,
हाँ 2 वाला शीट को मैं जाती हूँ, इसको मैं सेलेक्ट करती हूँ।
हाँ
ठीक है,
सिटी को छोड़ के कीजिए। हाँ हाँ बाकी का वो नहीं, पहला वाला क्लिक कीजिए, लास्ट वाले पे क्लिक कर दी बस।
हाँ कर दी।
ओके कर दीजिए, एंटर मार
ओके,
दीजिए। अब एक एक पे क्लिक कीजिए जो जो हाईलाइटेड है। हाँ
हाँ वो आ गया।
तो एक रहेगा मास्टर, वेर यू विल डू ऑल दिस, एंड दिस इज
ये एक साथ तो नहीं आ सकता है,
क्या,
ये एक साथ नहीं आएगा यार।
ये तो एक सेल में तो एक ही वैल्यू आएगा ना।
हाँ नहीं, मुझे लग रहा है।
I'll show you an interesting case with data validation. I think you already knew data validation, right? Okay. ठीक है, मैं थोड़ा सा आगे का एक चीज दिखाता हूँ, देखिए
ओके,
कैसे हम
इसको
लोग।
मैं
हाँ आप देख लीजिए पहले, फिर बाद में
स्टॉप
कीजिए।
शेयरिंग कर दूं मैं?
हाँ आप स्टॉप शेयरिंग कर दो। मेरा स्क्रीन दिख रहा है?
यस सर।
अच्छा अब देखो, like this one was one list, correct? Now suppose I want to show different list based on a value. For example, if I want Indian states, like you see in a website, what happens when you go and choose the country? If you choose US, it will show you the US states. If you choose India, it will show you the Indian states, like that. Or think of it, if you go to a restaurant and you choose Chinese, it will show you Chinese items.
Yeah.
If you say biryani, it will show you Mughlai items. If you say Indian, it will show you Indian items, correct? So for that, you can use data validation. How? Let's say I have one menu here. Okay. In menu, I will say I have 3 choices: Indian, Mughlai, Chinese. So for that, I will have in my master, I will say Indian, Mughlai, Chinese. Okay, Indian, let's say naan, then paneer masala, chicken curry, fish curry, like this. In Mughlai, we'll say tandoori roti, biryani, chicken chop. Am I making you hungry? Chicken chop, and then chicken risala, let's say. And Chinese will say chow mein, fried rice, chili chicken, prawn fried, something like this. ठीक है? So what we'll have to do first is, here these items that we have, I'll first name them. So whatever our name is, I'll say Indian, enter. This will become Mughlai. I'll say. And then this is Chinese. So I'll say Chinese. Okay. Now what we'll do is, I will go to my first sheet where I have these menu items. From this menu item, I'll give a drop down. What drop down I'll give? Data validation, list. So what will be my source? Source will be these three: Indian, Mughlai, Chinese. Okay. Then I can see this Indian, Mughlai, Chinese. I can choose whatever I want. And I have an items menu here. Item menu will be list, say equal to indirect. This is important. Okay. Indirect what? Indirect I2. And say okay. Now I will choose first Indian. I go to items. I get my Indian items. Understood? Then I go and choose Mughlai. I will get my Mughlai items. So what is happening? These values are dependent on my menu cell. Understood?
इसके लिए मुझे एक मास्टर शीट बना के रखना पड़ेगा।
हाँ, वो मास्टर शीट इसी सब काम के लिए अच्छा होता है. In that sheet, you do whatever backdoor calculations you want to do all that. Clear? I'll repeat this one more time.
Okay.
What did I do? First, I went and put one menu, one, let's say, item. Then I didn't put anything here first. I went to the master sheet. Here I said Indian, Mughlai, Chinese, whatever values I want to see in that drop down. And under each one of them, I gave the same value. Like Mughlai, I give the Mughlai items 10, 20, 30, doesn't matter. Chinese also, same thing. Then each of these I selected and gave it a name. The spelling is exactly the same as this one. Then what happens? There is a match. If the spelling is different, there will be no match. So it will not show. Be careful about that. If you miss a space or a comma also, it will not show. Clear? So this one I called it, whatever this name is, that is what I called it, Mughlai. And this one.
सर मैंने एक चीज कल पूछा था आपसे, जैसे मुझे भी एक मास्टर शीट बनाना है, जैसे मुझे एक मेडिसिन शॉप का बनाना है, तो मेडिसिन शॉप का बनाना है, तो फिर मैं इंजेक्टेबल
एग्जैक्टली
एक मास्टर शीट बना लूंगी, देन मैं इसको उसमें पुट डाउन करूंगी,
करेक्ट,
और तब मैं उसको सिलेक्ट करके उसमें डालूंगी, अगर इंजेक्टेबल रहेगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली इंजेक्टेबल वाला ही आएगा।
एग्जैक्टली।
ओके सर।
तो इसका एप्लीकेशन तरह तरह से हो सकता है। आपका मेडिसिन का लिस्ट हो सकता है, ये आइटम्स, मेनू आइटम्स, लिस्ट ऑफ स्टेट्स हो सकता है, लिस्ट ऑफ कंट्रीज एंड स्टेट कॉम्बिनेशन, बैंक ब्रांचेस का भी कॉम्बिनेशन होता है, HDFC बैंक सम ब्रांचेस, एक्सिस सम अदर, स्टेट बैंक सम अदर, लाइक दैट यू कैन डू। ओके, क्लियर? देन आफ्टर डूइंग दिस आई कम हियर, first I give a normal data validation list. What did I do? I went here, list, master, E4 to G4. Clear? Indian, Mughlai. Because my spellings are the same, I didn't have to worry about what else. Otherwise, I have to enter it by hand. Then I say, okay. Next, this is very, very critical. This is, you have to say allow list. And this source, you have to make it as indirect. Understood? Equal to indirect what? This one. Indirect क्या कर रहा है? Indirect is taking that Mughlai value, going to that name and finding the values that are of that name.
मतलब इनडायरेक्ट लिखेंगे तभी वो मुगलई का डायरेक्ट पैटर्न उसमें शो करेगा.
Correct. Yeah.
indirect
And cell number, cell reference, I2. Okay, try this.
न्यू शीट सर ना.
उसी sheet 1 पे कीजिए. Hello.
न्यू शीट मैंने कर दिया.
Yes. हाँ जी. हाँ हाँ हाँ. अच्छा अच्छा. तो 1 मिनट में एक जो देखते हैं उनको देता हूँ, आप उनसे बात कर लीजिए. अच्छा 1 मिनट.
हाँ मैं इंडियन में जाऊंगी ना सर. सर सर ये स्क्रीन शेयर हो रहा है. सर मेरा स्क्रीन शेयर हो रहा है.
আইটেম আর কি ক্লিয়ার করা একটা আছে আইটেমের সাথে আরেকটা কি ছিল আরে একটা তো করতে হবে মানে মেনু আর আগে লিস্ট ছিল তো
ओके हो रहा है हो रहा है
सर मेरा स्क्रीन दिख रहा है आपको?
हाँ दिख रहा है दिख रहा है
दिख रहा है। तो सर मैंने एक शीट पे ये ऐसे लिखा,
हाँ।
फिर एक दूसरा
और उसके नीचे नीचे आइटम्स लिखिए इंडियन के
ये
नीचे।
नीचे का
ओ
नीचे
अच्छा अच्छा, तो फिर वहां पे ये वाला मत कीजिए, आप शीट 1 पे जाइए। हाँ यहाँ पे ये ऐसा मत लिखिए, यहाँ पे लिखिए पहले ये जे में, इसके बाजू में लिखिए मेनू या क्विजीन, क्विजीन लिखिए क्विजीन, CUISINE। हाँ और नीचे दीजिए डेटा वैलिडेशन, सोर्स दे दीजिए वो दूसरे वाले शीट में जो इंडियन मुगलाई चाइनीज लिखे हैं ना वो वाला।
इनपुट मैसेज ले जाऊंगा ना सर?
इनपुट मैसेज नहीं, सोर्स में टाइप में दीजिए, टाइप में दीजिए लिस्ट।
सर सेटिंग यहाँ पे जो वैलिडेशन में अलाउ कर रहा है वो क्या करूँ मैं?
हाँ अलाउ लिस्ट है,
अलाउ करूँ लिस्ट?
हाँ
3 बार बोलना।
और फिर सोर्स में दीजिए दूसरा शीट में जहां पे आपने आइटम्स लिखे हैं ना इंडियन चाइनीज मुगलाई,
हाँ
उसका जो हेडर है वो वाला दे दीजिए। हाँ D1 to F1, D1।
इसको सर कैसे सिलेक्ट करना है?
हाँ D1 पे क्लिक कीजिए, D1 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 इंडियन जहां पे लिखा हुआ है उस पे क्लिक कीजिए, D1 सेल पे। नहीं नहीं, हाँ इंडियन वाला सेल वैल्यू जो है ना उस पे क्लिक कीजिए।
ये सोर्स मेरे से सिलेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहा है सर, समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। ये जो सोर्स है ये सीट 3 पे मैं जाऊँ फिर?
एक मिनट मैं दिखाता हूँ, एक मिनट अब मेरा देखिए फिर कीजिए। ये जैसे है ना, ये यहाँ पे मुगलाई डेटा वैलिडेशन है, अलाउ यहाँ पे लिस्ट है।
लिस्ट
सोर्स जो है, सोर्स पे ये पूरा हटा दीजिए, सोर्स में मास्टर में जाके ये क्लिक करके ये तीनों क्लिक कर दीजिए।
अच्छा एक मिनट, ठीक है मैं भी करती हूँ सर। सर सोर्स में तो शीट मेरा, मान लीजिए मेरा शीट 3 है।
हाँ, तो वो ये वाला जहाँ पे आपने ये इंडियन मोगलाई चाइनीज के नीचे जो आइटम्स है ना, उसको क्लिक
हाँ।
कीजिए इस तरह से। वो शीट 3 में हो, 2 में हो, जहां पे भी हो। वाह,
नहीं सर, नहीं हुआ।
क्या नहीं है?
ये मेरे मेरे स्क्रीन पर ना, मेरा स्क्रीन से दिख रहा है, वो दिख ही नहीं रहा है, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा कैसे मतलब।
नहीं, आपका वो सेकंड वाला स्क्रीन मुझे नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है। तो आप एंटायर स्क्रीन करेंगी तो दिखाई देगा, लेकिन आप शायद एंटायर स्क्रीन आपके वहां पे नहीं दिखाई रहा है। স্পেস নেয় না কিন্তু ওখানে, নামের ওখানে স্পেস নেবে না। স্পেসের ওখানে ব্ল্যাঙ্ক থাকলে আন্ডারস্কোর বা ড্যাশ ওরকম একটা কিছু।
फिर अब आपको मेरा पूरा स्क्रीन दिखेगा, ठीक है?
अच्छा,
अब
ठीक
दिख
है।
रहा है?
हाँ, दिख रहा है।
अब यहाँ सोर्स की जगह शीट।
हाँ, अब वो हटा दीजिए, पूरा हटा दीजिए। ठीक है, आप कहाँ पे लिखे हैं ये आइटम्स, चाइनीज मोगलाई वो वाला आइटम?
शीट 3 में मैंने लिखा
अच्छा,
था।
ठीक है। ये थोड़ा हटाइए ये स्क्रीन को, थोड़ा
ये
सा।
स्क्रीन
हाँ, क्लिक करके राइट हैंड साइड में खींच दीजिए, उसको हटा दीजिए। उसके
नहीं
ऊपर
हो रही।
क्लिक कीजिए। नहीं, उसके ऊपर जहाँ पे डेटा वैलिडेशन, हाँ वहां पे क्लिक कीजिए। हाँ हाँ हाँ, बस। अब ये शीट 3 में जहाँ पे इंडियन मुगलाई चाइनीज है, वो तीनों को सिलेक्ट कर लीजिए और फिर चाइनीज पे क्लिक कीजिए, बस। हाँ, हो गया। ओके कर दीजिए। ओके, यहाँ पे कुछ
ओके
प्रॉब्लम, हाँ ओके ओके कीजिए। ओके, इसे हटा दीजिए, पहले पहले हटा दीजिए, वहां पे कुछ एक्स्ट्रा कैरेक्टर आया हो, फिर से हटा दीजिए इसको।
सोर्स को।
हाँ, पूरा सोर्स को हटा दीजिए। हाँ, अब वो इंडियन चाइनीज, इंडियन और फिर चाइनीज में जाके क्लिक कीजिए, शिफ्ट दबा के चाइनीज पे क्लिक कीजिए, बस। हाँ, ओके कर दीजिए।
तो मेरा आ गया।
हाँ, क्लिक कीजिए।
हाँ, इंडियन मैंने सिलेक्ट किया।
हाँ, अब आइटम, ये जहाँ पे जी में इंडियन लिखा है ना, वहां पे आइटम लिखिए। एंटर, एंटर। अब यहाँ पे डेटा वैलिडेशन, एक एक मिनट, इससे पहले आप वो शीट 3 से लिए है ना, शीट 3 में जाइए। शीट 3 में ये पूरा इंडियन पनीर मसाला से राइस तक सिलेक्ट कीजिए, शिफ्ट दबा के, शिफ्ट दबा के। हाँ, ऊपर ये 7R/1C दिख रहा है, वहां पे लिख दीजिए इंडियन। जैसे एग्जैक्टली सेम लिखिएगा, इंडियन स्मॉल में, सब कुछ स्मॉल में है, इंडियन। एंटर, ठीक है, एंटर मार दीजिए। अच्छा, अब मोगलाई में जाके कीजिए सेम चीज। मुगलाई छोड़ के, पहला वाला छोड़ के, पहला वाला छोड़ के, नहीं 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 नहीं, बिरयानी, हाँ क्लिक कीजिए, नहीं हाँ सिर्फ बिरयानी, हाँ शिफ्ट दबा के कोलकाता बिरयानी, हाँ फिर E2 में उसको कर दीजिए मुगलाई, MUGLAI, हाँ एंटर, हाँ अब चाइनीज वाला कर दीजिए, स्पेलिंग सेम होना चाहिए, वो वाला हाँ छोड़ के, ये হলো হচ্ছে না
না
কেন
অন্য একটা পেজে চলে যাচ্ছে
যতবারই সেটার নাম চেঞ্জ করছি
हाँ
অন্য একটা পেজ
अच्छा एंटर, हाँ अब देखिए शीट 1 में जाइए,
शीट 1 में जाते हैं,
हाँ
शीट 1 में गए,
हाँ शीट 1 में जाइए, ये हाइड कर दीजिए फिर सही रहेगा, ये हाइड दिख रहा है ना, हाइड कर दीजिए इसको, हाइड, हाँ हाँ अब क्लिक कीजिए,
शीट 1 पे चलिए,
हाँ हाँ अब आइटम पे जाइए, हाँ अब यहाँ पे लिखिए डेटा वैलिडेशन, ऊपर में नहीं नहीं आइटम के नीचे डेटा वैलिडेशन, डेटा वैलिडेशन, एनी वैल्यू के बदले में लिस्ट,
लिस्ट,
हाँ इक्वल टू, इक्वल टू,
इक्वल टू,
हाँ इनडायरेक्ट INDIRECT within bracket F2,
F2,
हाँ वो सेल F2 में जो है वो वाला आएगा,
ओके ओके,
अब देखिए
मेरा आइटम में, हाँ इंडियन में आएगा,
अब इंडियन वाला चेंज करके मोगलाई कीजिए, फिर आपका आइटम मोगलाई हो जाए, नहीं वहां पे नहीं, इंडियन वाला क्विजीन में, क्विजीन में, हाँ नहीं नीचे 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 क्लिक कीजिए, इंडियन पे क्लिक कीजिए, हाँ वहां पे चेंज कीजिए उसको चाइनीज या मुगलाई कोई भी, हाँ अब आइटम में जाइए, आइटम में, आइटम में नीचे नीचे नीचे, हाँ अब वहां पे
हाँ,
अच्छे,
अगर ये मैं चेंज करती हूँ मुगलाई, आइटम में मैं जाती हूँ मुगलाई, ओके सर,
चलो तीन কারণে হয়েছে, অলরেডি একটা চাইনিজ বলে আছে, এখানে ক্লিক করুন, অলরেডি একটা রাখছি, এই চাইনিজ এইটা দিয়ে দিবেন, তো এবার চেঞ্জ করবো কোথায়, ফর্মুলাতে যাবে, এখানে নিউ ম্যানেজার, এখানে চাইনিজে গিয়ে ওটাকে ডিলিট করে দাও বা এডিট করে দাও, ওটাকে ওই সেলে দেখিয়ে দাও বা,
मैं आपके 1 मिनट में आ रही हूँ,
हाँ ठीक है ठीक, এবার ডু দ্যাট, আগে দিতে এটাকে ইন্ডিয়ানটাকে চেঞ্জ করতে হবে, এটাকে চাইনিজ করতে হবে, আমরা তো একই সেলের করছি, সেই জন্য আমাকে ওইখানে ওই ইন্ডিয়ানটাকে আবার চাইনিজ করতে হবে, তো পড়ানি এটা ঠিক আছে, এইটা করতে হবে, এটা তো চেঞ্জ কর,
চেঞ্জ করবো
ক্লিক করে লিখে দিতে হবে,
ও ওকে
यस सर,
समझ में आया,
यस,
अगर आपको सुविधा लगे तो आप स्टेप्स ना लिख सकती है आपके कोई नोटबुक पे, Steps लिख लीजिए कि these are the steps करके,
ओके सर।
तो आपको फिर याद रहेगा। ओके, हाँ, इंडियन का चेंज अभी मुगलाई चाइनीज हम लोग होलसेल के ही बार बार रेफर इनडायरेक्ट सेल है। Okay. Now, see, in this Excel, sometimes we get a big Excel sheet where there's a lot of data. For example, if I go to sales data has lot of record. No, not this is not something more. This has lot of data here. Okay, 200, 300 pages. Now, when I look at this file preview, or I want to do a print, or I want to see it on the screen, what will happen? Everything is not visible here. Okay, so how many pages? 16 pages are coming. Now there are some extra spaces here. Correct. Now, if I want to reduce the size of it, then what I can do here is, let's say, I'll go to the layout here. First, there is already something done here, so I'll remove that first. Okay. Now see, when I want to look at the file and take a printout, what is going to happen is I will have 16 sheets here and now if I want to view this everything in one sheet, then what I can do is I have an option here, scaling. I can do the scaling, fit sheet on one page. So it will fit everything in one page. Whether we can read it or not, we don't know, but it will fit everything in one page. Now to make it more readable, what we can do is we can go to page setup and increase the size. See, it has made it 14%. Instead, I can increase it maybe 70%. And then this is like a trial, hit and trial method. So instead of 16, I have now reduced it to 5 pages. Got it? Now, if I go to
the तो इसमें मान लीजिए कभी-कभी क्या होता है ना, कोई चीज मेरा पीडीएफ में रहता है।
हाँ।
अब मुझे उसको रिड्यूस करना है, बहुत बड़े ये में है, तो उसको कैसे मैं करूँगा?
पीडीएफ वाला थोड़ा दूसरा तरीका होता है। हाँ, ये एक्सेल में इस तरह से कर सकते हैं। हाँ, मैं जरा एक्सेल का पहले बोल देता हूँ। तो एक्सेल में अभी क्या है, if you see here, there are some extra spaces also in between. Now, if you see on page 2, what was the heading of this? Or the heading of this, we don't know. We'll forget. If there is a last sheet, we'll forget. So how can we make that appear? We can go to the page setup Go to sheet here, see rows to repeat at top. Click on this and then select the first row. And then you will see, okay, print preview. You will see first header has come. Next page, another header has come. Third page, another header has come. One after another, all of them are headers. Correct? Now see, sixth page, only one line is there. You'll think, array, if I have to take a print, one page will get wasted. Why waste that page? What you can do, you can put here, I have these margins. These are called margins. Through the margin, I can reduce the length like this. Or I can increase the length of the page. Now see, it has become 5 pages. Got it? Clear? Another thing. On the side, if you see here, there is now, let's say I have little more space here so that it will spill over to another page. I want it to spill over. Now, if I go to the next set, I don't know which row is this.
Yeah.
That's confusion.
Yeah.
One option is I take a printout and then put them side by side and check, but that is a mess. Or take a scale and then those are all old dated methods. Now here what you can do, you can go again to print tiles, go to sheet, columns to repeat at left. If you do this, then you can say, I want this column to be repeated. So my row number will be visible. Then I will say, okay. I can do print preview from there also. Print preview and see now every page has, every row has a number. When I go to the next set, again I get the serial number. So I will know this is first row, this is 10th row, this is 100th row. So I don't need to worry which value or what is the header. Clear? Now, here when we are doing this kind of, this is called the page setup. First part was if it is portrait or landscape. Means portrait is vertical, landscape it is horizontal. So it will show you the style here. This is horizontal, this is portrait. Then I have the scaling. Then I have the paper size. Letter is this or A4, A3, A4. These are all different sizes. Then if I come to the margin, it is showing me the margin on the left, margin at the top, right, and bottom. Let's say I have a small sheet like this. In the small sheet, if I look at a print preview here, it is in the corner. It looks a bit orphan kind of thing. So what we can do, we can select this, or in the page itself, we can go page setup, go to margin. Here you have center on page, horizontally, then see this has moved. See, notice one more time. This is on the side. Then I say horizontally, it has moved. If I say vertically, it will move top to bottom. So now let's see, it is there where it is. But when I do a printout, it will come in the middle. Because horizontally it has moved and vertically also it has moved. Up and down, to the right and left, in the middle and in the middle vertically and horizontally. So what did I do here? I went to page setup, went to margin and center on page. Clear? Horizontal and vertical. Next. When I go to header or footer, like in Word, we can put a header. You know this. In Excel also you can do this. So for this, Microsoft has given us some standard footers and headers. So if I say confidential, that means this part will show confidential. This will show the date. This will show the page number. Okay. Then in the bottom section, I can say what is the name of the file, the full path. I always recommend putting the full path here if you're dealing with lot of printouts. Okay, like particularly customer oriented people, they take a printout. To next day person comes back and says, you know what, this is to be changed. Now, if you have to modify, you have to hunt. Oh, which file was it? You have to think. Now, if you have it here, you know exactly which file it was taken. Full path is given here. So if I say okay now, and then do a print preview, you will find every page has, but it is only within the sheet. Okay, and the full path is given here. Clear? Lot of customers, lot of companies have a requirement that every document of theirs must have the company name, must have the company logo. So in those cases, in Excel also you can put it. How will you put it? We go here, go to header or footer, come header. You can delete this or you can remove the page from here. Let's say I want the file. So this is the one to insert a file. I take this for this one, date, suppose I need it, I leave it here. Okay. And then in the section below footer, I don't want everything here. Let's say I want something like, you might have seen page 1 of 10, 2 of 20, like that. So here there are two page numbers. One is the page number of, and this is total number of pages. So then when I see this, I'll see page 1 of 10, 1 of 5, 1 of 20. Say okay. And then I do a print preview. I will see this. Okay. If I have more than this, let's say I do it on the sales data that we had. Sales data, this one. Suppose I put this same thing here. Header footer, custom footer, and say page. This. Okay. And now see, when I do a print preview, it will show me 1 of 10. When I go to 2, page 2, it will show 2 of 10, and so on. Clear? Okay. Then
Okay, sir.
here also, when I am doing this printing, when I go to sheet, I had print tiles, rows to repeat at top, columns. Also, I have this grid lines. That means if I want these lines to be printed, then when I do a print preview, I will see the lines also. Grid lines. Okay. And then when I do the print preview, wait, another thing, and that should have come. Another thing is the row and column headings. If you enable this, then what will happen? This A, B, C, D, and 1, 2, 3, 4 will come. What is that? See this A, B, C, D. Here, A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these grid lines have come. If I don't enable it, what will happen? Those will not come. Grid lines, row and column headings. I say okay, Print preview. See? No grid lines and ABCD 1, 2, 3, 4 is not there. So in some cases, like this one, let's say you have this east, it is in the corner. You want to show the ABCD. So what you can do, you go here, go to sheet, grid lines, row headings, and then do print. So these lines are often useful. I want to see which is in the same line or in the same column, same row, then it is useful. Right? And
Okay, sir.
here in this background, usually we don't give a background in Excel, but there is a feature here. So you can give something, any image or something like this you can put, and it will put an background like this. Obviously, it's dark in color, it's not looking good, but you can put something light, or a lot of companies put their logo, just to ensure nobody is able to copy it or anything like that, and you can delete the background. And suppose you want to print only this much, you have a big sheet, let's say. Okay, when I do a print preview here, I will get everything, right? 2 pages, but I don't want everything. I just want this part of the data. I don't want the top part. So what I'll do, I'll select it and I will say print area, set print area. So then this will only print this much. It will not print anything beyond that. If I want to remove it and print the whole thing, print area, clear print area. Okay. And there are breaks here. Break means the next page, page breaks. So suppose I have 2 parts. This one I want to put a page break. So I'll select this, break, insert page break. See, only this portion will come in one page and then remaining in another page. Okay. So once you put this, otherwise it will print the whole thing as much as it can fit on one page. But if I put a page break here, it will print the first part on one page, then another part on another page, like that. See, this part is coming on page 9. So different pages. As per your requirement, you can choose different pages here. Okay. You want to try this? Anything here? You are okay? Madam, you are okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can try this later also. Let me know in case
Okay.
you have any questions or anything. Okay. All right. Next.
That is present in the palium skill that
Yes,
file,
yes,
sir.
yes, yes. And I'll upload the recording also, so you can see the recording also.
In which part that is present?
Today, I will show you. I'll upload the recording today on that Excel, Learn Excel with Excel experts, that one. I will show you I'll give you the video link in the chat. Okay, that will help. All right. Next is, we will go on to graph and chart. Okay, all of you familiar with graph and chart? More or less. Okay. Suppose I want to do create a chart here. What is the simplest way to create the chart? Now, pivot table. If I want to create a chart, like he said, insert chart. Any other way to create it? So what you can do is, there is an option. What is happening here? I highlight this first. Function key F11. It will immediately create a default chart for you. Function key F11. So
सर
whatever,
फिर से रिपीट कीजिए ना, नहीं
हाँ।
समझ में।
ये मान लीजिए ये नॉर्थ वाला जो टैब है, इसको मैंने सिलेक्ट किया डेटा को, एंड देन आई डू फंक्शन की F11, तो तुरंत एक चार्ट बन जाएगा। F11 আছে, F11 করলেই হবে, নর্মাল কিবোর্ড থেকে F11। ठीक है। अच्छा, अब ये चार्ट का 3 पार्ट्स होता है। एक चार्ट एलिमेंट, चार्ट लेआउट and chart colors. 3 things. Okay. So when I look at this chart element, it will show me what is the name of the axis, axis title, chart title, data label, data table, whether to show or not. For example, I want to show the data table with legend key. तो पूरा data chart के नीचे आ जाएगा। Lot of times what happens, you are taking a printout, chart is on one page, table is on one page. So you are trying to do that enter, or trying to fit it in, then this is a better solution. Put the chart with the table, so your chart and table will go together. Okay. So this is chart element. You can also do chart title, data label, data table, error bars, grid lines, legend. Legend means explanation. Suppose I don't want the explanation, that color coding is gone from here. Okay, let's see. Legend to the right. This coffee, tea, milk. You can also do the same thing from here. This is chart elements. If you want access title, it will show you the access title. You can type here. You can type here. You want data label. Data label means the numbers will be visible on the chart. That is data label. Now, combination of these three, what Microsoft has done is made it into a chart style. Chart style includes different styles like this. See here, this one. See, my style is changing.
Yes.
Correct. Now, whatever I want, I can choose that. Whichever style I want. Whatever changes I want, I can do a quick layout changes, and 3D table, with table, without table. And then I can save it. After doing all the changes, I can save my chart. How? I can say save as template. If I do save as template, then I call it as, let's say, palium template. Then if I want to insert a chart next time, I can go to insert and do a chart, right? And from all chart, I have a template here. Just now I saved the palium chart, which is this one. See, it is showing you the name here, palium chart. I select this, by default, the same styling will be done. I don't have to go and repeatedly do it. Those who are creating frequently charts every day, different styles, keep one style. Standard, what company wants, what is accepted, color scheme, font, data label, everything. Do it and keep it. Save it as a template. Next time, just go and keep reusing. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Let's say I have a chart like this. I have, let's say, website, views, and subscribers. So I have 5 websites, let's say A, B, C, D, E, F, or 6. And views, there can be a lot of them, 150,000 views, 275,000 views. Subscribers may be far less, 200, 325, 120, 70, 800. Now, if I do a chart of this type, I can select the data and say insert recommended chart. It will first show me what are the recommendations based on the chart that I have selected. Otherwise, I can go to all chart and then choose. Now, if I say OK, you will notice my chart is showing view subscribers here. But is the subscriber showing here in the chart? Why?
It's red marked.
It is orange, red. But why is it not showing? It should have shown.
Double.
Actually, this value is.
उसमें नहीं
Sorry?
उसमें लिमिट इसका नहीं दिया हुआ था सर।
लिमिट नहीं, इसका दोनों का व्यू, दोनों का नंबर अगर कंपेयर कीजिएगा, ये बहुत छोटा है।
डिफरेंस है। हाँ।
So this is just 200. If you see here, I make it like this, immediately this bar will come. That means there is space. Because my value was less, that is why it was not showing. But I still want to show it. That means what? There are two ranges. One is in lakhs, one is in tens, hundreds. So I need to have two ranges now. For that, I can create two axes. This type of chart is called as a combo chart, combination chart. So how do we create that? Let's say I click on this, then this chart design comes. I can say change chart type, or I can do directly from there also. I go to change chart type. Right at the bottom, there is combo. Choose this. Then combo, I have two types, views and subscribers. One of them I will move to secondary axis. That means another axis on the right hand side. One is already there on the left hand side. This is one axis. This is in lakhs. Then I want to have another axis here, which will be in hundreds. Now see, my graph is showing like this. Then say, okay. This is a better way. This type of graph you can create if it is numbers, percentage. Then there are two units. One is percentage, one is numbers. Got it? That is one. Then if there is a huge difference in numbers, like this is. So here also you can have like quantity and amount. Let's say I have different products here. Chocolate, namkeen, fruits, sweets. Now here I want to show this is the sales amount and this is the quantity. Quantity will be in kg, but amount sales can be a very large number. Quantity can be like 200, 300. In this case, also there is a huge difference. So I'll say select this, go to insert, recommended chart. And right at the bottom, you have combo chart. So you choose which one you want. Maybe sales you want on the secondary axis, that's also okay. Or you can do this. And line, move this to secondary axis. So then see this side, you will get 10, 20, 100,000. Got it? Clear? Okay. Now here you can also switch between the rows and columns. Switch. Means here what is happening? Chocolate, namkeen, fruit, sweets. Now both of them are coming at the same time. What is both? Sales and quantity. I can switch. If I switch sales and quantity. And these are my products. All sales together, all quantity together. So here I have these options. So I can move all of them to lines also. Or what I can do is only the related ones like sales or this one I'll move. This is chart and clustered column. Namkeen also I'll say clustered column. This one also I'll say clustered column. And then I can move one of them to the like this. Okay, so depending on how I want, I can change the chart. Clear? Now, there are different types of chart that we use. When will you use a pie chart? You know what is a pie chart?
Pie chart.
No, pie chart.
Yes,
Round. When will you
in a
use?
circle.
In a circle, correct? In a circle. Percentage, or you have one variable. Like in this case, I am looking at views only. Which website is getting me maximum views, or I want to show the views, I can do a pie chart like this. Or this is called as the 3D pie chart. This is called a donut. So in the middle, it is empty. Here, if I try and do two variables, it will not work.
Yeah, single variable.
Single variable, if there is only one variable, you can use the pie chart. Clear? Now, sometimes you can get a graph chart like this also. Let's say I have region, state, North, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan. Then I have East. East is West Bengal, Bihar, West, North, South, South, Andhra Pradesh. Volume. Now, what do you think will be a suitable graph for this type of chart? What will be the suitable chart?
Sir, we can use at a pie chart also in a 4-quadrant.
4-quadrant, but then I'll have two variables, right? Region, state.
Okay. No, then,
then
one variable.
Right.
Bar chart, sir.
Bar chart. There is something else here that Excel has that is called as, this is called as the sunburst. Sunburst is like this. See, what does the sunburst do? North, blue color ones are together. East, all the east ones are together. Okay. Then south, west. Clear? So this one clearly shows you region and the state breakup. Now here, if you want to add some data labels, you can do that. Or you want to share something. For example, here you can say you want data labels and you want more data label options. Oops, sorry. Data label, go here, more data label options. You can say value also. So it will show you the values here. See this number 13 lakhs or 1,13,000, 1,20,000, whatever the values are. Similarly, you can also create another chart here, which is called as the tree map. What does the tree map do? You again select it, insert, and recommended chart, all charts. There is something called as tree map. Tree map is boxes like this, very similar to sunburst. You can see here. So this is south, this is west, this is north, this is east. Clear? So here also, if you want to add values, you can go to data label, more data label options, add value here. So my value is visible. Clear? Then these charts, suppose you want to move it to another sheet, then you can say move chart. Move chart, you can say new sheet. So it will move it to another sheet. We have dashboards. You must have heard of dashboards which show the data like a summary sheet. These are done like that. So what they do, they copy the chart from here, like we have a chart here, and I have another sheet here, insert sheet. Here when I put it, it will show me the data in a chart format. So if I have the data from here, and if any of the value changes, my graph value will also change. Suppose this one, I make it like this, Haryana. So if I go here, you will find Haryana has become so big because I put a huge name. So my graph is on another sheet. My table is another sheet. My data is on another sheet. If my data changes, my graph will also change. Okay. Any questions? Chart design, you can change the chart type. You can have other charts like this, histogram, waterfall, funnel. Funnel chart is like this. It shows you the size. So here from the Haryana side, you can make out what a big chart it is. Means Haryana's is highest sale. Rest of them are smaller. It shows a visual representation of the data.
আমার একটা জিনিস একটু কোয়েরি আছে আপনি একটা যে কোনো ডেটা সিলেক্ট করে একটু হিস্টোগ্রামটা সিলেক্ট করুন
হ্যাঁ একটু 5 মিনিট পর হ্যাঁ কে আছে হ্যালো এই সৌভিক কে আছে ও নীলার থেকে পাঠিয়ে হ্যাঁ
একটা যে কোনো ডেটা সিলেক্ট করে একটু হিস্টোগ্রামটা একটু আমার অ্যাকচুয়ালি একটা ডাউট আছে এইটায় তুমি চার্ট অপশনে যেখানে ফরম্যাট চার্টিং করা যায় টাইপ করে।
নয় এটা এরকম
না না লেআউট না, একবার মানে ডেটা বারগুলোর উপর রাইট ক্লিক করে ফরম্যাট চার্টিং অপশন, ফরম্যাট ডেটা সিরিজ, এইখানে ওই সিরিজ অপশন দেখাচ্ছেন,
হ্যাঁ
সিরিজ অপশনে আর কোন অপশন নেই এখানে।
কি করতে চান?
অ্যাকচুয়ালি
এইটাই বসেন।
দিনগুলো কি কন্ট্রোল করা যায়? মানে এখানে যেমন 2128 থেকে
হ্যাঁ,
9120, না আমি অ্যাকচুয়ালি চাইছি যে এরকম 5টা বিন রাখবো, মানে
হ্যাঁ,
ও তো
হ্যাঁ,
অটোমেটিক্যালি বিনগুলো সিলেক্ট
হ্যাঁ।
করে দিচ্ছে, আমি ম্যানুয়ালি কি চেঞ্জ
এই তো
করতে পারি?
হ্যাঁ এটা তো
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, এইটা কিভাবে অ্যাপ্লাই করা যাবে?
তো আমি কি করছি এখানে যদি আমার 200টা থাকে, এখানে 345টা, এখানে 786, এখানে 456, ঠিক আছে? তো এইটাকে যখন আমি করবো ইনসার্ট, এটাই কি প্রশ্ন ছিল?
হ্যাঁ, এটা থেকে ট্রেন লাইনটা সরানো যায়?
হম সেটা করে ওখান থেকে গিয়ে আমি
ডেটা লেভেল,
হ্যাঁ ওটা করতে পারবো।
ঠিক আছে।
এইটা এইটা কি হচ্ছে, এইটাকে ওরা স্পেসিফিক চার্টটাকে ওরা প্যারোটো চার্ট
Pareto
বলে।
chart হিসেবে
হ্যাঁ,
histogram
ওই জন্যে এই লাইনটা দিচ্ছে।
হ্যাঁ।
আর আমার যদি প্যারোটো চার্ট না চেয়ে যদি আমার জাস্ট
Histogram-এ
হিস্টোগ্রামটা চাই,
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে-
তাহলে আমার আর ওই ট্রেনটা দেখাবে না।
হ্যাঁ, মানে আমাকে আলাদা করে একটা টেবিল বানিয়ে নিয়ে
হ্যাঁ, বা এটা ডিপেন্ড করছে আমার কি ডেটা আছে তার উপর। আমি যদি আমার পিভট টেবিল থাকে, পিভট টেবিল থেকে আমি
Pivot
গ্রুপ
table-এ
করেও
তো-
করতে পারি। গ্রুপ করে তারপরে সেখান থেকে আমি হিস্টোগ্রামটা তৈরি করলাম। ঠিক আছে। আর তারপর মোটামুটি হলো চেইন চার্ট টাইপ। আর একটা জিনিস যেটা এক্সেলে এখন ইন্ট্রোডিউস করেছে, এটা খুব ইন্টারেস্টিং, সেটা হচ্ছে ম্যাপস। ম্যাপে আমরা যে দেখছি, ফর এক্সাম্পল আমার যদি এই ম্যাপটাই থাকে, এখানে ডেটাটা কোথায়? হুম, এই যে এই হরিয়ানা স্টেট, এটা with this volume I can go and insert a map here. When I do the map, it is going to insert a map of the country along with the colors. Nice. For this, you need to be connected to the net to be able to do this. This is one. Another one, this is the highest. See, here it is showing you the grade range. So highest is deep blue, lowest is gray. So it is showing you the range. কিছু ডাউট আছে?
না,
আচ্ছা, this is one. Another thing that can happen is you can go by country. United States, India, China, and United Kingdom, South Africa, and let's say Brazil. So mostly all continents, let's put Australia. All continents are covered. So I'll just copy these values. Put it over here. This is gone. So next I'll select this and put insert map. Give it a few minutes. It will refresh from the net. Based on the values also, suppose I see this is the highest value. So let's increase something here. Two lakhs. Okay, so that is 200. This one chart type. This is country wise. So Australia is this and it is this. And you can also put within the country, you can put the states like we did for India. So it will show you the map of India. Map is malfunctioning. It will refresh actually. It should not come as a square. It will show in the world map format only. Sometimes because of the names and all, it is not able to identify it correctly. States. Insert maps. These are not changing. See China, United, then we will have to pick the name. It is somehow not, it is trying to make that USA map. You can vaguely see that outline. It is like that box, United States. But it refines. Right now it is not doing it properly, but usually it defines. Might be because there is already one map on this sheet. But usually it shows the map of United States, India, UK and all that. Okay. So this is as far as the maps. Anything else on maps? When you do this, usually it also shows you the chart design, change chart type. It will show you the recommended charts also. Right. First time when you are doing, moment you select a data, let's say like this, and you want to do a chart, you say insert. You can do recommended charts. It shows here. It is not sure. Let's say this one. There are two axes here. So it usually shows the recommended charts here. तो डिफाइन नेम्स होने से नहीं होगा। Usually it shows by the country also. Like when I select this, it will show the recommended charts here. And then I can choose what chart to do. For example, like I am doing in this case, this one, and I say change chart type, and it will show the recommended charts in this fashion. Whichever one I want, whichever one I am comfortable with, I can choose that. Okay. Anything else on charts? Chart, move chart, switch chart, select chart. We have done the styles, format. Sometimes you might want to highlight only one particular quarter or 1 month or some particular aspect. Now see, when I select on this gray color, all the gray colors get selected. So I have to click one more time and then only this one will be there. If I want to change this, I want to make this one only red. Rest of them can remain gray. So that is to highlight that red one in particular, saying that is the highest or lowest or whatever is causing the issue. Okay. Clear? Anything else on charts?
No, sir.
कोई सवाल है? हाँ, try it. I'll upload the video also. Once I upload, I'll share the link on the chat also.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay? Okay then. Today we will stop here. हाँ,
Okay, sir.
okay, हाँ, bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.